tale to tell you today. I'll say happy Sunday. I've just been to a garden party / housewarming party, which was great. And we had, I had soft drinks, of course, and had buffet with cakes and everything, little sandwiches, loads of people all chit-chatting. And the host and hostess, he's an Elvis impersonator, so he actually did us a few songs. But that wasn't the highlight really, or the low light of the day, which, whatever you want to say. The low light of the day was about 3/4 of the way on my scooter to their house. I thought something's a bit wrong here with this steering, pulling, Get us off my scooter, I've only got a puncture. But I was like closer to their house than I was to mine, so I thought, tyre looked a bit sort of threadbare anyway, so I thought I'll push on. Maybe when I get there I can get some help. Anyway, it goes all down the road, like you like that? Anyway, I get to their house and I said to the lady of the house, their husband, and he said, I've got a thing in the back of the car, I can blow your tyre up, but we'll do it when you're going home, yeah? So, anyway, we had, sitting in the garden, it was a beautiful sunny day, and everybody's chit-chatting and we're having a whale of a time. Anyway, eventually, after he'd been doing his singing and everything, I thought I'd better go home because I'd left the dogs on their own because my family's gone away for the weekend. They've gone to watch some rock concert somewhere or other, don't ask me where, and I can't leave the dogs on their own too long. So we get outside and David said, right, I'll blow the tyre up, blows the tyre up, and I'm backing down the drive after he'd blown it up, and the bloke went, whoa, whoa, whoa. He said, that's not going to last you very long. He said, you're going to have to limp your way home because the inner tube is showing through the tyre. I thought, not good. Anyway, I thought, well, if I can get home, I can get mobility to come out to me. And I can get home. I said, as long as I can get myself home, I'm fine. Backing down the drive like that, bang! The blooming tyre blew. End of story. So, anyway, luckily he had space in his garage, yeah? So, we had to up the drive again. And I managed to put it in his garage. I thought, well, there's no use ringing mobility, or motability it's called, because they come to rescue you if you are in distress. Well, I wasn't exactly in distress. I mean, I was in somebody's house, wasn't I? I wasn't like abandoned at the side of the road. And anyway, it's a bank holiday Monday. Bank holiday Sunday, sorry. And tomorrow is bank holiday Monday. So I knew that, chances of anything. And in any case, if they come to rescue you, they just rescue you, take the scooter and take you home, which some lady had already offered to run me home. But they don't bring you a new scooter. So I thought, well, I'd rather wait till Tuesday, till my normal scooter man is around and about, hopefully. Hope you're around, Wayne, because you're going to get a nice phone call from me. Because if it's Wayne, he will come, take my scooter, but bring me a loaned scooter. I'll probably get the old knackered loaned scooter back without the cover. But at least I haven't got rid of my old waterproofs, yeah? Just in case it rains. It's been gorgeous and glorious and wonderfully sunny here. But you know for a fact, the minute I get the scooter without a top, it's going to rain. So I was telling my friend and she goes, as long as you got a scooter for Thursday, because I meet her on a Thursday to go to the cafe. So, if not, I'll have to get a lift. I don't know what my son's working this week because obviously he's at a rock concert, so there was absolutely no point in sending him a message or phoning him. A, he wouldn't have heard the phone, and B, what could he do anyway? Because he's like 3 hours away. He's coming back tomorrow, so... But you can't exactly rescue it because it's too big. You know, we can't push it home because the tyre's just shot, so you just rip what's left of the tyre to shreds, wouldn't you? You might as well leave it. So I said, will it be all right if I leave it there until I can get it rescued? He said, no, fine, no trouble. Put it in the garage. It's safe enough in the garage. So, anyway, that's what's been happening to me. I left the dogs in the conservatory with the windows open and some water as per instructions, but of course Rosie, she's an escapologist. She always manages to open the door to my bedroom, so they were both happily sleeping on my bed when I got home. Luckily there was no accidents, Trixie's the one that's a bit prone, she might do a little wiggle somewhere, but all's fair, yeah. As far as the lawn situation is concerned, Rosie has dug a great big hole in the lawn. I've put two like little squares that the kids sit on, little basketed kind of square seating things. I've put two of those over the hole. As I say, my son will not be best pleased when he comes back, but it wouldn't be helped. I wasn't aware that they'd left the conservatory door open. I was in the kitchen cooking my breakfast. If they'd have said, the dogs are out, the conservatory door's open, I would have taken more notice, but they didn't do that, so I didn't know. I thought the dogs were a bit quiet, but didn't realise that Rosie was, digging up half the lawn. Oh, she's such a pain sometimes. I've just put a picture of her on Instagram, actually. She was going, la, 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 la. There was a seagull sitting on the roof of the conservatory that she took a great objection to. Trixie's funny because Trixie tries to chase them. I mean, she hasn't got a cat and mouse chance, well, a doggy dog's chance of catching them. But she does try. And this morning, of course, we had the highlight of the day. We had a squirrel. Excuse me while I have a slurp. Oh, that's a bit hot. We had a squirrel daintily picking its way across the fence. Rosie just looked at it and didn't really bother, but Trixie, no. Woof! Like a little rocket, bat out of hell, across the lawn. Bear in mind the fence is, 5 foot high, and Trixie's about 8 inches high. Maybe a foot high if you measured her from the top of her toes to the top of her head. Maybe 12 inches high. But she's an optimist. That girl is an optimist. She thinks she can scale a 5-foot fence and chase a squirrel. Yay! Well, I haven't got much done. I mean, it's been so glorious. I've just been sitting in the garden. I've actually had a pair of shorts on. Don't go mad. Me in shorts. Not for public consumption, me in shorts. They are long shorts. They come to my knees, So I've actually got a bit of sunburn. Look at that, sunburn. Burn being the operative word. I must have missed a bit on my shoulder. So it's a little bit fiery red on my shoulder. Hopefully it will go to a brown. Yeah. I had my swishy dress on. I know my underskirt doesn't match, but it's a bit lo and behold. But, talk about went to a garden party. You have to be bold, don't you? I love this dress. It's way too big for me now, but there's no way I'm putting it on eBay because I like it. I'll just tighten the belt in a little bit. It's got a half belt at the back. Just tighten the belt in a bit more. But it's a bit big. Still, it's better than being too small, isn't it? Nothing worse is than you see a big girl squashed into a little dress. She looks like an overstuffed sausage, with bits of her bulging out everywhere. Plenty of them in Fleetwood. Trust me. As my dad would say, do they not possess a full-length mirror? Anyway, I wasn't going to go out tomorrow anyway because the family are coming home some stage tomorrow. And I can't go to the library because it's a bank holiday and the library is closed. That would be my knit club, one of my knit clubs. But I can't go there on a folding mobility scooter anyway, it's way too far away. And it's not there, it's going on a Tuesday. So Tuesday I can't do that because I look after the dogs. That reminds me of a lovely lady. She used to do YouTube videos and I haven't seen her for a long time. She used to knit socks, but more than anything else, she used to have a collection of beautiful fountain pens. But what reminded me of her was she always used to say, it's Tuesday. I think she used to put her videos out on a Tuesday. And I've not seen her for absolutely ages. You know when you always watch someone and then they vanish and you never know what happens to them, do you? There's lots of people I used to watch that's just vanished off the face of the earth. You look for the YouTubes and they're not there anymore. They're just gone. You know, you wish they would put a little public announcement. Right, I've stopped making videos now, so you won't see any more from me. Bye-bye, I'm gone, you know. I wish they'd do that rather than just vanish off the face of the earth, you know. Because you're wondering all the time then, aren't you? Are they all right? Are they still in this world, you know? Have they left us? Have they found other things to do? You know, I don't know. I did speak to Sue. She's helping someone to put a polytunnel up. And then when she's put that one up in the friend's garden, then she'll have, you know, how to do it to put her own polytunnel up. She's not very into growing vegetables and things. She's very into the green-fingered stuff, is our Sue. I'm not. I'm one of these who can kill a plant with a look, you know. Trish is the green-fingered one in our household. That's my son's wife. I let her see to, you know, greenery and flowers and all such like. I think actually I should have been watering the lawn, but you're not supposed to water the lawn in bright sunlight, are you? And by the time I remember, I started watching the TV or I started making me dinner, and it's too late. So I just hope the plants will survive till she comes back tomorrow, and then she'll water them, no doubt, yeah. There's a couple of little house plants here that are looking a bit bedraggled. I think I might give them a little drink, you know, show willing, yeah. I'm just no good with plants. I really am not. Even as a kid. I did manage to keep a dreaded cactus alive once for a while. I'm not a lover of cactus. I don't see the attraction in a cactus. Unless it's one that flowers every now and again, but just an ordinary cactus, I'm like, yeah, it's green and it's prickly and yeah. I did manage to keep one of those alive for a couple of years until I killed it. I think I overwatered it and killed it, yeah. You're only supposed to water them every back and turn, or every Preston Guild. That's a saying over here, once in a Preston Guild. And I did watch a programme and there is a thing called a Preston Guild. It happens about every 10 years. And it is a thing in Preston, a place called Preston. I used to think it was just a saying, but apparently, no, it is an event. So once every Preston Guild is once every 10 years. And our Trixie's looking at me. You can just see the tail end of it disappearing. It's not tea time yet, but they think it is. They want me to open up the patio door and let them play, which I can do when I'm sitting out there with my book. But Rosie, as we've said before, cannot be trusted anywhere near grass. Trixie just pulls up clumps of it and chews it. I've just took some out of her mouth now. Is she missing a nutriment in her diet? Do dogs normally nibble on grass? These dogs have got a thing about grass, you know. The garden party I've just been to, actually, they have fake grass, but they don't have animals, you know. I don't think fake grass, you know, the artificial stuff would be a good idea with animals, really, you know. It might get a bit smelly. You'd have to keep hosing it down, wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, at least with natural, I mean, obviously you pick up after the animals, but if they've had a whittle, you can't pick up, can you? That's what would worry me about artificial grass, you know, if they had a little wiggle, whether it'd get a bit smelly. But my son will no doubt persevere. He will have a little rant at Rosie, but it's a bit late now because she did it on Friday. Yeah, it's a bit late in going, look what you have done now. Look at what you have done. Who's done this? Who's done this? This is how he talks to her. Have you dug this hole? Have you dug this hole? And she's, yes, I'm so clever, Daddy. I've dug you a big hole. I'm so clever, Daddy. But he's yelling at her. But it's going to be a bit late if he yells at her tomorrow, isn't it? Because she dug it on Friday. In doggy brain, she's probably forgot all about it by now. So I'm going to make myself some dinner tonight, although I'm not really hungry because we're going to the dinner party. There were sandwiches and little nibbly things and little cakes and stuff. I mean, it wasn't what you call a meal, you know. It was like a sort of in-between because I had a late breakfast and I didn't have any lunch. I just had the nibbles, you know, when I went to the garden party. Went to a garden party. Yeah. Elvis was there. Well, Elvis impersonator was there, yeah. Yes, David was quite good, quite good. I was going to record him and I thought, no, I don't want to start. I was sat right next to him. I was here in this sort of, well, not a stage, but a little bit was like there when he was singing. So I didn't want to go like that, you know, with a phone in his face, you know, trying to record him, so I didn't. So you won't get to see him, I'm sorry. I'm sure there's plenty pictures of Elvis, well, videos of Elvis impersonators all over. He wasn't dressed up, by the way. He didn't get dressed up. He does, I believe, when he does his act, yeah. He does like get a little bit Elvis-y. But he was just in his jeans and a t-shirt, you know, because it was just a garden party, but he was just entertaining us. He only sang about 4 or 5 songs, that's all, you know. He didn't overwhelm us. He wasn't one of these like, how can I put it? You know, the ones who grab the karaoke mic and think they can sing and they're there for about 10 numbers till you drag them off, you know. No, it wasn't one of them. He sang about maybe 4, maybe 5, that's all. Then he just said, right, that's it now, I want to go and do some drinking now. So, but it was nice of her to do it. She was, you know, all the neighbours that had made her feel welcome because she'd moved here from Leeds, like, she's in a wheelchair, she's got MS, and it's got progressively worse, like, so where they were in a house, I believe, in Leeds, so they sold up and came to live in Fleetwood. So the beautiful bungalow, it's all been adapted, so, you know, I mean, her husband's done a lot of it, yeah. It's really nice, yeah. I mean, I didn't go nosing all round it, but I was in the kitchen. And I could see part of the lounge, you know. So it did look nice, yeah. Yes, but she's had to have ramps put everywhere. It's sad because I can't even invite her here for a coffee because I've got doorsteps. And we can't even have a ramp because our door is like here and the garage is there. Well, the garage is there, the door's door's there, the garage is there. So you couldn't put a ramp because you couldn't get out of the garage because of the ramp, you know what I mean? And you'd have to go through the side gate to come in the back way, but even then, yeah, it just, I think I'd have to move if ever I needed a ramp. It's just not possible. I could get a ramp put at the conservatory door, but I'd have to go all the way through, all the way past the kitchen, all the way, and then in through this way. But that's the only way it could be done, I think. And then it would be like a ramp into the garden. So just, you know, God willing, I do not need a wheelchair ever. I'm never in the position where I can't get in and out of the house. I mean, the front step's a bit awkward. Sometimes I tend to kind of fall in because there's like a step and then there's a lip where the door is, you know. So sometimes if I don't get it right, I kind of trip myself in, you know. It's like I've been out on the beer, you know. I sort of step on the step and then trip my way in, you know. It's a bit awkward because if Rosie and Trixie are around, you're sort of consciously trying to open the door and like, whoa, keep the dogs in, whoa, you know. I mean, Trixie would not run anywhere, I don't think, but I think Rosie might be halfway to Blackpool, yeah. You know, she's got to run. She's like one of those racehorses that's born to run. She's actually very quiet, so I need to let her back into the garden, but I didn't want to let her into the garden because where I'm sitting here, I can't actually see the lawn. So she could be doing untold damage while I'm sat here talking to you. So I thought, no, I better shut the conservatory door. So they're in somewhere, probably up to some mischief. Rosie also has a thing about wood. That reminds me I've got to go hoover up some wood chips. She's part chipmunk as well as being a mixed dog. She gets the kindling sticks, you know, from the fire, the little kindling sticks that you put on to start the blaze, and she chews them. And they finish up like smaller than matchsticks, but they're all over the carpet. I got up this morning, it's like chipmunk explosion all over the carpet. She did it yesterday and she did it again today. She's such a little sweetheart. But she's such a loving dog. You know, she just is. You know, when they're away, I'm like her number one favourite because obviously I'm third in the pecking order when they're at home. Although the other day she deserted my son, come to sit with me. So my son says, oh, I've been demoted, I've gone down the pecking order. I said, no, it makes a change. Because her mum is the first one. She's the first one. Then Ian, then me. But sometimes it's her mum, then me, then Ian. So it's nice, you know. Sometimes I'm not third in the pecking order. Sometimes I'm number 2. Air and a spare. And we won't go into that. Oh dear. Whatever goes on there, I don't want to know anymore. Anyway, I'm supposed to be taking some photographs to put on eBay. And I've actually got 2 parcels to post, although I don't know how the heck I'm going to post them. Maybe if I get hold of my mobility man, he will bring me back a loan scooter. You know, so at least I can get to the post office. I'll send them a message to people who've actually paid me for the wool that I've got, well, the yarn I've got on eBay, and say I'm having mobility issues because I can't walk. I can walk a few yards, but I can't walk to the post office, no way. And I'm certainly not paying for a taxi to take me to the post office and back. I have got a little folding mobility scooter, but the pavements here are so rutted. I would have no spine left by the time I got to the post office. It'd be like, it's bad enough getting to the tram stop. I feel like all my insides have been shattered to bits. Mobility scooters that fold up are really just meant to be in. Say you go shopping in a big town centre and everywhere's flat, you can go in and out of the little shops in your scooter. That's what they're meant for. They are not meant for Fleetwood pavements. Because Fleetwood pavements are, they don't do them. I don't know what they do, but they don't do them. And there's no dips in the pavement, you know, and that little scooter will not. It's only got little teeny wheels. It will not go down great big curves. So there's no way I'm going to the post office on that. And I can't ride my son's 2-wheeler bike. I can't ride a bike anymore. Got no sense of balance. Not at all. Because he's got electric push bike, yeah. If he's had 3 wheels, I'd be alright. But if he's only got 2 wheels, I can't pedal. Well, I can't pedal it anyway. Who am I kidding? Who am I trying to kid? Yeah. So, I'm going to decide what to... I don't think I want much tea, to be quite truthful. Maybe have a tin of soup or something along those lines, you know. I don't have a big appetite. Surprisingly, the size of me, but I don't have a big appetite. As I said before, I eat wrong. I eat little meals, but they've probably got more calories in than the big one. If I was to eat properly, you know, like veggies and all that sort of stuff, then, you know, it probably would be a lot slimmer. But still, I'm not putting weight on. Not losing much, just maybe a pound here and there. But I am not putting weight on, so that is a good thing. So I've got nothing else to tell you now, so waffling on. Just wanted to come on and let you know about my Motability scooter trials. Or tribulations, I should say, not trials. Or is it trials and tribulations, isn't it? That sounds like a book, doesn't it? Trials and tribulations. Pride and prejudice, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to go and see where the dogs are. They are too quiet. But as Rosie is not in the garden, she can't be up to much mischief, so I'll go and find out where they are. So I hope you're enjoying your weekend. I think it's Memorial Day here in the US, isn't it? And it's bank holiday. Probably May bank holiday, is it? Yeah. I think it's the last bank holiday we have in the UK now until about August. Not that it makes much difference to me, because being retired, you know, every Monday's a bank holiday to me. Anyway, hope you're having a good weekend, and I will speak to you very soon when I've maybe got something other to tell you. I will update you on the woes of Janet's scooter. Bye for now. Well, it would help if I pressed the button, wouldn't it? Bye for now.